When babies are born, it is normal for them to cry and scream. However, this was not the same for this baby girl, whose case was particularly different. What she was captured doing to doctors at birth left the world completely amazed. Before Isabella's birth, her parents, Diane and Renato de Rocha, were not planning on having a baby, so it took them about 5 weeks before they even discovered the pregnancy. A short while after Diane found out that she was pregnant, she was informed that she had a subchorionic hematoma, a peculiar type of bleeding that occurs between the amniotic membrane that surrounds a baby and the uterine wall. Upon hearing the news, the expectant mother was sad because she was told that she might suffer from a miscarriage. She was advised by her obstetrician to rest at home, so she had to take a break from work and stay back at home for about 2 weeks. Fortunately for her, she did not have a miscarriage, and she had a relatively easy pregnancy. Such a huge relief for her, right? After several months went on, she finally had her baby delivered through a cesarean section on February 13th at a hospital located in Rio de Janeiro. The mother-to-be hired a local professional photographer named Rodrigo Kunzman to capture the beautiful moment of her baby's birth. The photographer believes that childbirth is a unique moment that deserves to be captured, and he was on hand to take pictures of Isabella at birth. As of this time, Rodrigo never knew how significant this moment was. He never could have imagined that what will happen in the labor room will change his life forever. But what was this surprise? Keep watching to find out. It so happened that Rodrigo was able to capture an intriguing photo of Isabella that left him stunned. In the picture, the little girl was seen giving the doctors an iconic glare after she was born. The kind of glare you don't expect from a newborn. It's almost like the infant was passing a message with her eyes. Can you believe that? Normally, she should have cried at birth, as this would help the doctors know her lungs were working properly. But this special baby was having none of it. Even when the doctors tried to make her cry, she didn't. She just kept glaring at them. Well, maybe the little girl was not too impressed with having the doctors holding her. The photographer, who was taken aback by the little girl's expression, said she opened her eyes wide and didn't cry. She made a sulky face. Her mother gave her a kiss, and it was only after they cut the umbilical cord that she started to cry. Rodrigo shared a picture of Isabella's hilarious reaction online, and as you can imagine, it went viral. It had over 4,000 likes and received a lot of comments on Facebook. According to the photographer, who lives in Rio de Janeiro, the picture of the baby girl has changed his life and career. He considers himself a blessed person and feels like a lottery winner. I would have felt the same way if I were in his position. Isabella's hilarious picture became a meme in no time. When I posted it, I thought it would have the potential to become a meme, but it's always a matter of luck, Rodrigo said. For the baby's mom, she never knew that her daughter gave a grumpy face at birth because the reaction was brief. It was not until she was shown the picture by the photographer that she saw it. I thought, "What's that face she made?" Diane said. According to her, the photographer's picture captured her daughter's determined personality. She believed that her courageous baby girl was born a ready meme. And it's a meme I'm sure we all can't get enough of. Diane revealed that her daughter still practiced her funny facial expressions. Whenever Isabella needed to let her know that she was hungry or wanted her diapers changed, she wrinkles her face adorably. Truly, this little girl knows just how to express her needs. Many have wondered why this beautiful baby girl frowns so hard at doctors at birth. I'm sure when Isabella sees it when she's older, she will find it as amusing as everyone else does. In another case of babies doing unusual things, this baby boy was caught doing something fascinating just after birth. After several months of pregnancy, Angel Taylor, an American mom with 4 kids, was expecting to have her baby boy delivered in mid-March. However, after 37 weeks of pregnancy, things became different after a routine checkup was conducted. It was discovered that her blood pressure was unbelievably high, and she was advised by doctors to have her baby delivered a week earlier than the scheduled time. As expected, the 33-year-old woman was surprised because she wasn't expecting such a situation. "I was pretty packed because I was not prepared at all," she said. You can just imagine what could have been going through her head at that moment. She, however, tried to stay calm and reassured herself that things would work out just fine. Her pregnancy was not all that smooth, as she suffered from some medical conditions that never happened in her previous pregnancies. However, being aware of the fact that this would be her last baby, she was ready to endure the discomforts that come with childbearing. "I wanted to soak up the experience of pregnancy and birth, since I'm never going to experience it again," Taylor said. On the 5th of March, the expectant mother from Washington was admitted to the hospital. Thankfully, by this time, her blood pressure had gone down. She had no dilation, and doctors gave her little doses of Pitocin. This was done to make her have her baby without much difficulty. However, even though the doctors were doing all they could to help her have a smooth delivery, they were also worried. The American mom had given birth through a cesarean section before, so her doctor was particularly worried that she might sustain a uterine tear if labor was induced forcefully. Taylor revealed that a doctor was careful not to be aggressive with the labor induction. This was because he wanted her and the baby to be safe and have no complications. Angela stayed in the hospital for days, and when her baby wasn't coming out naturally, she was scheduled for an emergency cesarean section. She couldn't have her baby delivered naturally because of the scar tissue in her lower uterus, which she suffered from her previous pregnancies. According to her, she was informed by her doctor that her uterus wasn't opening up to allow the baby to come out because the scar tissue wouldn't expand. Finally, after 4 days of labor, her baby boy was born at exactly 11:24 p.m. What was most thrilling about his birth was what he was captured doing after he was born. Just as the doctors carried him from his mom's womb, little Sullivan spread his hands, legs, and gave a gorgeous smile. Can you just picture that beautiful moment? I assume he was probably celebrating his arrival in the world. It's like the perfect way to make an entrance. Before his birth, his parents were concerned about how well he would do. This was because he was born early and had a knot tied to his umbilical cord. But when he was out, Sullivan picked a very special way to show everyone that he was healthy and in good shape. According to his mom, she found it very funny that her baby came out the way he did. "I thought it was just so funny because he would be like that in my belly. He was always stretching. We tell him, you'd have so much more room to stretch if you just came out. And when he came out, that's exactly what he did. I have never seen anything like it. He made me smile and cry at the same time because of all the issues I had when I was pregnant. My son is a blessing, and I can't wait to show him the picture when he's older," she said. It seems as though this little boy had been practicing right from his mother's womb. Thankfully, a professional photographer for Washington, Laura Shockley, was there to capture Sullivan's beautiful moment. She was completely amazed at the baby's reaction and had to look at it over many times before she uploaded it. For her, taking the particular image of him stretching out and smiling was something very special. After spending a couple of more days in the hospital, the newly born baby was finally home with his parents. His parents were very happy to have him back home with the rest of their kids. According to his mom, he was very gentle and sweet and did not cry often. Angela revealed that her older kids cherished being around Sullivan, and he fitted in perfectly into the family. What do you think about these babies' reactions after birth? I can't wait to read them in the comments.